off against the man in yellow, I won't make the same mistake twice.
You have changed the past.
Joe, I'm gonna save my mom.
Time is an extremely fragile construct. How many more people could die if your mother lives?
This is why you became the Flash, to put things right.
Barry, we have talked about this.
I know, and I'm done talking. You're not gonna pay for another man's crime. He's the man that killed my mother.
I know what you're thinking.
Do you?
We need your help.
We have the technology.
The Atom lives.
Take your last breath.
I'm the queen of this hive. I'll show you what it means to be stung.
Bees. Why did it have to be bees?
If I didn't know any better, I think that you were hiding something from me.
No help here.
What the frack?
What do Dr. Wells and the Reverse Flash have to do with each other?
They're the same person.
Anybody that knows about this is in a hell of a lot of danger.
I warned you not to mess with the timeline.
Hello, Cisco. I don't know anything anymore, especially who I can and can't trust.
The real end game is almost here. This is gonna be fun.
You can't stop me, Flash.
And you never will.
What's going on, guys? Zenix here today, and I'm going to recap for you guys the WonderCon 2015 trailer of The Flash, which is pretty much the next upcoming TV shows, like from episode 18 to episode 23, I believe. So right at the beginning of this trailer, we see a fight between the Reverse Flash and the Flash, and we see something pretty cool. We see, in fact, how it is Barry from the future, because we see a white emblem on him instead of a red emblem, which he usually has, like inside of the lightning. So this may be a possible leak to what his suit becomes in the future, and it is most likely a future version of Barry. So we see a couple of other things that have happened in the past episodes, and I'm not really going to touch on those least important things. I'm going to touch on what is really important and what's to come. So Barry wants to save his mother, and Joe's pretty much telling him that's the main purpose, and why Joe is like telling him this is because the only reason why Barry supposedly became the Flash in Joe's eyes is to save his mother and to save other people. Then we see Barry open the metahuman prison, and there's Harrison Wells. So what I don't get about this one is how Harrison is just standing there, and he is a part of the negative Speed Force, and he can do as Barry did in the Trickster episode, vibrate his molecules through the metahuman wall, like the prison wall. I don't know why he's not doing that, or maybe he can't, because he did talk about how he lost some of the Speed Force, so that may possibly be why. But it also could maybe not be Harrison, because there is a metahuman that is walking around. He's like a shapeshifter, and he can shapeshift into anybody he wants, and he's like a white alien head, and his eyes are covered. It's really weird. So it could be Harrison Wells, or it could be that shape-shifting metahuman. And we also see a guy who has a gun behind his pocket. I'm not sure who this could be. It could be Barry, because Barry likes to wear those type of coats from what we've seen in the past. Or it could be Harrison Wells standing up in front of Barry. It's not, like, confirmed yet, and we see a couple of scenes from the upcoming episode, which is All-Star Team Up, and we see Adam and Cisco and Felicity, which is pretty cool, and that's the first time that Adam has actually been featured on the show. Then we see a shot from, it looks like the hangar that Captain Cold and Heatwave were at before, but it's Captain Cold, Cisco, and Caitlin, and it could be Heatwave or it could be someone else, I'm not sure why. And then the transport doors open up, and we see Rainbow Raider the Mark Martin Weather Wizard, and the guy who can spread his poison around, which I can't figure out his name or remember his name. And then we see like a small clip of someone suffocating in this. I'm not sure. It kind of looks like Harrison Wells maybe, because Harrison does have like, it's just a weird type of smoke effect, and you can kind of see like the hair outline, and maybe it's like in a tight spot, so it could be Harrison, and maybe the Flash or the team unleash them on the Reverse Flash. And then we see a shot of the first Hive character that we think is Hive, and it's pretty cool how, like, I'm pretty sure she can control bees, and Barry's gonna be faced up, I'm pretty sure, against her in the All-Star episode, and they're gonna have to try to get her in the prison. Then we see Rick Cosnet, or Eddie, shoots 2 cops. I'm guessing that this is the metahuman that can shapeshift. Not quite sure, but it probably is, because he wouldn't just go around shooting people, and I doubt that the Reverse Flash or Eddie has, or like Eddie and Eobard have that type of relationship yet, that he would just make him turn like that. And Iris thinks that there's something up, and then Barry in the Flash suit beats him up, and I'm guessing that he wouldn't just beat him up for fun, so it probably is that metahuman. And then we see a wall, just like something collides into that wall, and Barry has a gun in his hands. And I'm guessing he's with Joe, and they're looking for Grodd or something, because it looks like they're in an underground pipeline, and it seems like Grodd manages to find Joe. Next, we see a scene where Barry, Cisco, and Caitlin are in the Reverse Flash lair. This is a really cool room that has the Reverse Flash suit and Gideon, and I'm not quite sure if maybe Harrison Wells left up on the screen the like newspaper that he always looks at whenever he says to Gideon, "Show me the future." And then we see what looks to be how Barry is chasing after the Reverse Flash with no suit on really, and they're just, I don't know why, but you can see it in that image right there, and it looks like Barry goes against the Reverse Flash in another upcoming episode. And then what we see is Quentin from the Arrow and Joe and Cisco. They dig up Harrison Wells' skull, and they say pretty much, if anybody knows about this, they're in a lot of trouble, because they're the ones who now know that Harrison Wells is an imposter, and it's actually, they don't know that it's Eobard in it, but they know that he's being imposter. And this is when they cross over. Then we see a pretty cool thing, and it's Iris talking to the Reverse Flash. I don't know why this is, but it just seems kind of weird. And then in the episode Out of Time where Harrison kills Cisco, we kind of see that same type of thing where Harrison walks in and he says, "Hello, Cisco," and he's standing up and no glasses on, and it's kind of weird. And then we see Barry beating himself up, which I'm guessing it's probably that shapeshifter guy again, or it's another one of like the speed mirages that he sees whenever he's traveling back in time. It could be that. Not sure yet. And then Barry kisses Caitlin. Not sure what this is about. I don't know why they do this. Maybe that's something that just happens and they start dating possibly, but Barry's, what he's supposed to do is he's supposed to marry Iris. That's his pretty much destiny for the comics. And then we see General Eiling walk out of the metahuman prison. I'm guessing that he was controlled by Grodd somehow, and then Harrison in the Reverse Flash suit took him away, like he put him in there. Not sure yet. And then we see a really cool image of the Firestorm, Flash, and Arrow in his new suit, which is the Ra's al Ghul suit. Now, this is this could mean that he becomes Ra's al Ghul, or it might just mean he is in training. And then Harrison Wells looks like he's in the middle of the road talking to Barry with no wheelchair, no glasses again, and he's like, this is gonna be fun. And then we see a close-up of all the people who are on this team trying to bring down the Reverse Flash, and a snapshot of Harrison and Adam, and then we see this one guy who's really armored. This could be Sportsmaster, or it could just be a guy that is under like General Eiling's like metahuman collection, and the Flash has to take him down. Next we see, for some reason, Eddie gets attacked, it looks like, by the Reverse Flash. Maybe because the Flash figured out they shot the 2 cops, but he didn't know that it was a shapeshifter. And then, which is pretty cool, he's like with Iris, and then he gets like hit over. The pretty cool thing is that we see Arrow line up his bow right at the Reverse Flash, and then it's the other way around. The Reverse Flash has his hand up in the air like he was about to kill Cisco with the Flash ring on. It's really weird how he carries this thing on all the time. I'm not sure why he does this, but he's like about to do that thing with his hand where he just about to take his heart out or something, or vibrate his molecules in Arrow's heart or something. But it's really cool, and I don't think Arrow really knows what he's getting into, but I'm not sure whether Reverse Flash has that ring on. That may be like one of his only ways to connect to the Speed Force or something. I'm not sure, but it's kind of weird. And then we also see how the Reverse Flash seems to be falling off of a building, which is really weird. Maybe Adam drops him off a building and he hits a car. Death of the Reverse Flash? I doubt it, because it's probably, the Reverse Flash storyline is not just like a one episode thing like Barry and the Mark Martin Weather Wizard. It's not like that. It's like a continuous thing that continues to happen across different timelines, and it's just everywhere. So I hope you enjoyed my recap. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I just wanted to get a video out there for you guys, and I will give you guys a recap of the episode 18 for The Flash and episode 19 for Arrow next week. So I'll see you guys then, and peace.